Hello and welcome to Gregory Makes. Today I'm playing The Sims 2. The Sims 2 was a game released in 2004 following the original game The Sims. It was hugely popular at the time and I remember spending many hours playing it. So I start The Sims in Pleasantville. It's a relatively boring town, flat land, with a grid structure. So for this house, I think I'm going to build a bit like I did at the time when I was a teenager playing this game. I think I'll try and make a house which is similar to one on the street that I would have grown up with. To start with, I always used to lie down the base foundations, but the fact that The Sims had always needed just the steps to get into the house. I discovered here that you could only build on top of walls, so I had to then come in, bring up put in a new floor, and then I could make the next floor complete. I've always liked The Sims auto roof tool. It always gives you several nice selections of roofs and you can just pop one in which you rather like. The bricks, again, nothing special. One of the things I did notice with The Sims 2 compared to The Sims 4 is that it has a huge amount less options to have, even just the basic pack. I'm going to go for large open windows, front and back. I didn't really feel like either of these styles matched each other very well, but they're a fairly similar colour and style, so I think they'll do. So I try and place them in, make them kind of central, and yeah, that kind of looks okay. Next up was, of course, placing the stairs. The stairs seem to not have a huge amount of great options of where you can place them. It's quite rigid. So I decided to sort of divide the house and the bottom floor to be fairly open plan living. Initially I sort of made 2 rooms, a kitchen and a living room, but later on you'll see I had to open it up completely because I couldn't get the doors to face with the front door. Upstairs, a simpler affair. It's a master bedroom, a second bedroom and a bathroom, again with a very small corridor. I placed the doors, still fairly standard doors. Ones which would probably be in the housing estates which are around Lincolnshire at the time. So here I am discovering I couldn't work out how to get the doors in, so I've deleted these. Next up, painting. Again with The Sims 4, or The Sims 2 rather, there's a very limited paint palette that you can use. So I've gone for some gaudy blue, mustard yellow and cream. The Sims 2 often had a lot of patterned wallpapers or panelling which I never really felt would work very well. To my eyes now it always looks really dated. Moving into buy mode, we have a very limited selection on what we can use. You're down to about 3 options for showers, 4 sinks, and a lot of strangely coloured toilets, which you don't really get in The Sims now. Decorating the bedrooms is particularly difficult. The furniture doesn't seem to match, even when you select it from the same menu. You're allowed several gaudy bedspreads, a couple of unusual table lamps and side tables. And what I also found particularly frustrating is there wasn't a wardrobe, which only took one cell. They always take two. So I downsided and just decided to stick in a bookcase. The second bedroom, again, very simple. We're going for a blue themed because I thought it was the least offensive of what was there. Now I've cleverly managed to place a wardrobe there, which I later decided to move, having realised I was obscuring the window. I'm not entirely sure how I missed it then. The kitchens haven't really changed much between The Sims 2 and The Sims 4. There's just a lot more variety that you can have now. Stick in the fridge, dishwasher, trash compactor, that sort of thing. And then of course you've got the coffee machines and the blender, the fire alarm, because every time you have a kitchen, first thing that they cook, the Sim will probably set fire to itself. And also you had to keep dotting the house with cell phones or mobile phones, or rather not mobile phones, but cordless phones. Whereas of course now we all have mobile phones. The dining tables were also quite strange. I think we only had 3 choices in the original pack. I found the dining tables look tiny compared to the rest of the furniture. I've tried to make it look a bit smarter with a couple of prints and paintings and some plants, but as you can see, collectively as a cohesive image, it always looks a bit mess. Moving into the living room, I quite like the living room's furniture. I think they've got some nice sort of turn of the century modern pieces, but of course you just need to look at the electrical options just to see how much the game feels dated. The TVs are boxy, the hi-fis are huge. Oh, and I remember, of course, with The Sims 2, you always would have to have a burglar alarm because without fail, somebody at some point would break in. So I thought we'd have a tasteless cord reel for a side table, some neon lamps, and then a spider plant. There always seems to be a spider plant somewhere, hanging or in a plot stand. I spent quite a long time looking for rugs. In the icon that represents living room, it shows a little chair on a rug, but I could not seem to find a rug anywhere in the game options. Later, I decided to paint in a carpet. Coffee tables again were awkward. There wouldn't ever be one that would sit perfectly in the middle, so you end up with a tiny one that's far away from everything. And of course, you'd have to have your allotted piano and dartboard player for entertainment. The Sims 2 had pinball machines for entertainment. I've tried giving a feature wall, but again, a very limited palette, so I didn't really know what to add for here. And then outside, there was a terrain tool, which was quite advanced. That didn't cut the up and down hill forming, didn't come until later in The Sims 4. But in The Sims 2, they had it. I decided not to use it here because it's quite a difficult tool to master. You can't place anything with small increments. You have to place them within squares. I added a hot tub. And some garden outside lights. And then I was trying to remember how to bring in the fence tool. A white picket fence always looks quite nice. And I stick in 2 gates. And then there was always the swimming pool. The amusing thing to do with The Sims 2 back when I was playing would be to have a swimming pool, put in a diving board but no steps, and the Sims would always jump in but be unable to climb out. the tree options were limited in The Sims 2. You either had tiny trees or massive trees. For effect and just for this video, I've placed 2 large trees either side of the house, and then some nice repeating rose bushes. I put in a couple of hedges, make it feel like you've kind of got a seating area outside, relaxing, chill area, and a swimming pool. I put out a couple of tiny bedding plants and a nice pavement herb. So that's the house, a quick build. If you want to take a quick tour, we come into the house, through into the open plan kitchen living area. The bedroom, the bathroom. Oh, and here, yes, of course, I noticed the wardrobe was in the wrong place, but we moved that.